We get stronger and stronger! We get stronger and stronger! Till we can't be beat! Till we can't be beat! Till we won't be beat! Till we won't be beat! We know the road! We know the road! It's gonna be tough! It's gonna be tough! So when we win! So when we win! It won't be by luck! It won't be by luck! Amen, guys! Let's go! 1, 2, 3, 2!
Welcome to the Chatham-Kent Community Athletic Complex for junior varsity football action here. The Chatham-Kent Cougars hosting the Sarnia Sturgeons. I'm Mike James, joined by Matt Weaverink and Jeff Brooks on the camera, of course. Again, another Cogeco telecast here for the Cougars football right behind CKSS. Good looking day for some football. A little bit breezy, a little bit overcast, but very comfortable outside, Matt. And both of these teams looking for their first win of the season.
That's right. And Sarnia won the coin toss, but they deferred to receiving the second half, so we got the Cougars receiving right now. A bit of a fumble there, but the Cougars picked up the ball and managed to make a couple of yards. He's still on his feet. He's still going to tackle at about the 30-yard line.
So that's where the Cougars will take over on offense this first possession.
And he was stopped by number 9, Bennett Vanny.
So David Leclerc with a bit of a fumble on recovery there, but was able to turn it into something and take a couple of yards down the field.
Yeah, a bit of a funny hop there. Able to corral it. Looked like it might have hit his face mask, dropped down to the ground, but able to pick it up and get some positive yards.
Like I said, it's overcast, but not raining quite right now that much outside, but that could come a factor later in the game if it does keep raining. So the Cougars line up on offense for the first time this game. A little bit of motion off the snap. Hands it off right down the middle. Gain him a couple yards, maybe 5 yards on the play.
That was Reese Richmond with the carry that there for the Cougars, running over that right side. Nice hole. Gets to the second level. Pick up of about 3 or 4 there, and going to bring up second down here. Taking the handoff from Owen Turner, the quarterback for the Cougars.
Some motion again as they line up on offense. Takes a snap and some defense penetration right away. Looks like he's taken down. He didn't even have a chance to look down the field on that play. Before the defense, just quick penetration. They came through really fast.
Yeah, they really did. Owen Turner really not a lot of time. Did a good job evading the first tackler, but only able to get back to the original line of scrimmage pretty much, and brings up a 3rd and long situation.
Loss of 3 on the play is going to bring up 3rd down and 9.
So the Cougars, obvious punting situation here.
Let's go, Blue!
All right, so first kick of the game. Cougars line up. Takes the snap. It's clean. Kick comes off. It's a bit high and not terribly far. Here we go. The Sturgeons pick up the ball. Oh, a bit of a face mask it looked like there, but he's taken out of bounds at just about the Cougars' 42, 43-yard line.
Nice hit there from Curtis Rumble to make the tackle. That kick by Reese Richmond, as you mentioned, wasn't necessarily a long kick, but certainly had good height on it. Allowed the coverage team to get there pretty quickly.
Yeah, like we mentioned, it's a bit breezy out here too. I don't think the wind was working in his favor at that point. May have carried that ball a bit back further than he was hoping.
Yeah, it's a very comfortable day out today. It was fairly humid, but there is a bit of a breeze, which obviously brings some relief. If I had to guess, I'd say maybe about 82, 83 degrees with the humidity, so about 28 degrees Celsius.
So Sturgeons line up, take the snap. A little short pass, and looks like he rule that they caught the ball for a gain of a couple.
Oh, good to see the official out there, James Clark, out there. He suffered an injury earlier this season with a broken toe.
Oh, wow.
And was sidelined. An unfortunate incident, if I recall correctly, at his home, and accidentally hit the corner of a doorway, if I'm not mistaken. We've all been there, stubbing the toe, but his was, he said, bent completely the opposite direction and put him on the shelf. So good to see James Clark back on the field.
All right, Sturgeon's take the snap, hand off. He's running, he's looking for some room. He's managed to evade one tackle, but the Cougars wrap him up and throw him down, and it's a gain of none, probably a loss of one maybe.
Gang tackle there. Looked like it was Brendan Marr, and assisted there by Matthew Hahn as well. Nice job by that defense.
So despite a somewhat short punt, the Cougars managed to hold the Sturgeons here.
Looks like Sarnia is going to go for it, though, given the field position here. They're going to go for it on 3rd and long.
Snap is out. He looks down the field. Another short pass underneath. Number 4. He's down the field. And it gets a couple of yards, but pick up only about 3 or 4. So it'll be turnover on downs for the Cougars. Will pick up the ball.
Good job there on the corner from number 25 for the Cougars. Theodore Techley makes a good stop there on the tackle. Looked like Sarnia going with the wide receiver screen, but just didn't get enough blocks on the outside. And the Cougars defense does a fantastic job, hardly giving up any yards on that Sarnia offense's first possession of this football game.
If I'm not mistaken, they might actually have better field position now than they did when they started on offense the first time. So they're in a decent position from where they started. Cougars line up. Owen Turner to take the snap. Gets the ball, looks downfield. Quick penetration by the defense again. Managed to get the ball away, but just behind number 35. That's Darian Wartier.
Looks like it was in the area, number 35, Darian Wartier.
Yeah, that's a shame, too. A little rollout pass to the right, which certainly helps the right-handed quarterback, Owen Turner, when he's throwing. Doesn't have to throw across his body, but that throw just a little bit off the mark. But had it been on the mark, it looked like there was a little bit of room out there on the outside.
Yeah, I think they were really blitzing and really putting a lot of pressure on the quarterback there, which we've seen earlier in this game as well. Sarnia not afraid to throw some extra guys there at the quarterback. Cougars line up, 2nd down. Ball's back, hands it off. And he runs into a tackle right away. No gain. Maybe loss of 1 or 2 again.
And not a lot of room over on that right side. Nice job by the defensive line to blow it up right there at the point of attack. That was Reese Richmond with the carry. And, well, the Cougars in a similar situation here. Offense going to have to trot off the field. And it's an obvious kicking situation once again for the Cougars. Going to have to punt this one away. That is Reese Richmond back there to punt this one again.
Those snaps off. Richmond kicks it high again, and this one's going to make called back. We'll have to see.
Yeah, they blow that one dead. It was the kick not deep enough. Yeah, that ball not deep enough, so the referees, officials blow it dead, and that's where the Sturgeons will take over the football here, 1st down.
Yeah, so not too much gain again on the kick. You'd like to say maybe into the wind a little more, a little lower, and but Sarnia with a decent field position here. There's some motion before the snap. Fakes the handoff. Quarterback takes it himself. Runs down the outside, and he's taken down by, I think that was number 3, Brendan Marr.
Yeah, you are right on that, Matt. Marr was there, and had some help from David LeClaire, it looked like, as well, number 10 on the outside. But
so they did make a little bit of a gain, 3 yards, which still puts them at a 2nd and long. Snap comes off. This time it is a handoff down the middle. He finds some room. Blocker's doing a great job, and he is past the first down. Down at about the 35-yard line.
Stop by number 10, David Blair.
Yeah, good running up the middle there. Nice blocking up front. And our first down of this football game.
So we've seen Sarnia stick to the ground so far quite a bit with some short passes earlier, but seems like their ground game might be the way they go for now. Snap is back. He looks down the field. Oh, it's tipped and almost intercepted.
Pass tipped by number 3, Brendan Marr.
Yeah, Brendan Marr with the deflection there and nearly intercepted by Ethan Lutz.
That incomplete pass will bring up a second down.
Boy, Lutz right there, so close to grab that one.
Yeah, that was it was a great tip. First of all, you see the receiver was looking back, thought it was a sure catch, but the defense able to tip that away, and that brings up second down here. So 2nd and 10, 35-yard line. Sturgeon's back, looking deep, and he's open, but it's just ahead of him. Michael Petrucci.
For Michael Petrucci. Just out of his reach.
Just out of his reach out there, but he was very close and had room to go. If it was just a little bit shorter or he had just another step, he would have been free down for a touchdown for sure.
Yeah, Petrucci just wishes he was just a little bit faster. That one, a sure touchdown if that ball is on point. Coverage there, a little bit blown. The nearest defensive back was Theodore Tackley. But the Cougars dodge a bit of a bullet there for sure and brings up a 3rd down. And you've got to imagine with this field position that they would be going for it. But right now they're lining up as if they're going to punt this one away. Oh, and it's a
high snap. And he is back, and the Cougars might actually be fortunate, but he is able to stay on his feet. He might actually get back to the line. This is unbelievable.
Oh,
and he gets a first down.
That's enough for a first down. Wow. And that was the quarterback on that run as well, Ikabelli, with the scramble, it looked like. Or is that a 9? Sorry, that's Bennett Vanny.
Vanny, yeah.
Apologies.
High snap, and it just looked like he was able to evade 3 defenders from the Cougars there and just able to will his way through to a first down. Well, that was really unexpected. I do not think that was his game plan on that play.
And also aided by a couple of nice blocks out in front. And obviously the Sturgeons, not a long trip here to play from Sarnia to Chatham. So good to see some family and friends and fans out here taking the game at CKSS.
So the Sturgeons snap the ball back, a little screen pass off to the side, and number 4's got some room. He may go, he's got it going wide, and he is tackled.
Just short.
Just short. So that was Michael Petrucci, who we've seen get the ball before as well, but he just had some room on that short little pass that we've seen earlier as well from the Sturgeons. Able to make a play out of that and takes it right to close to the goal line.
Yeah, just a quick swing pass out to Petrucci from Iacobelli, and they get one nice block, and then there's a lot of real estate out there on the outside. And Petrucci clearly has some wheels.
So Sturgeon's back with a snap, hands it off, going down the right side, and he's in. Yep. He almost had to dodge the uprights there a little bit.
Vanny with a 3-yard run.
And we have our first score of the game.
Yeah, it looked like it was number 9 there, Vanny, with the touchdown run. And Sturgeons, yeah, they're just going to elect to kick the single point here.
Number 9's kicking, yeah. Number 8's the quarterback. They look close until you.
So Bennett Vanny, who we saw take a ball in earlier, I don't think he'll want to try that again, try his luck again, but kick is up, and I believe it's good, yeah.
And advantage point after attempt is good.
So 7-0 Sturgeons.
That'll make the score Sarnia Sturgeon 7, Chatham-Kent no score.
And Chatham-Kent will return the ball again. Hopefully get a better return on this one maybe. The last one was a bit of a fumble, but and just never able to get out of their own zone. So we'll see if they can push it past midfield.
Yeah, not able to get a lot of continuity on offense at this point on their first 2 possessions. Again, this will be the 3rd possession on offense. Obviously, the key to that Sarnia Sturgeon score was the punt, the lineup for the punt anyway, that with the bad snap over the head of the punter and somehow able to turn that into a first down on an unbelievable scramble, and that led to the score. So a little bit of luck mixed in there for the Sturgeons, but they capitalize and are able to put one into the end zone and give them the lead here with 5:54 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, because other than that, the defense from the Cougars looked pretty solid. I mean, tipping balls and able to get force a couple incomplete passes and stopping the run game. Here comes a short kick, and the Cougars have it. That's number 50 with the reception. Cody Chambers was able to pick that ball up.
Ball on by number 50, Cody Chambers.
Great heads-up play there by Chambers. The Sturgeons going with a little bit of trickery with a little short kick. That ball only has to go 10 yards, then it's a live ball. Chambers, a heads-up play. He knows that and turns around and dives on it, doesn't wait for somebody else to pick it up. And again, that's a really smart football play there from Chambers, and the Cougars get really nice field position here on this 3rd possession.
Right, so we'll see if they can line up. Yeah, Sarnia with nobody deep right now. Cougars might want to look downfield. Hands it off, number 3, and a good defensive penetration. He'll get no yards on that play. Brendan Marr trying to just churn his way through, but wrapped up very quickly off the snap.
Yeah, really, Marr didn't have much time at all. As soon as he got that ball, there were already a couple of Sturgeons in the backfield.
I always get the feeling the Sturgeons were expecting a run with no men deep for covering the pass.
So a tough position here for this offense, 2nd and long. Into the wind.
Took some motion off the snap. Owen Turner looks to his left. He's able to pass it off to 21. He may have a little bit of room. He's done up for the first down. Andrew Cartier with a nice reception. He's a big boy as well. He took a couple defenders to take him down, so able to force their first down.
Not only is he a big target, but he looks like he's got some long arms and sure hands. Great grab there. Just what you love to see from your receiver. Good sticky hands, and you mentioned he's a big target. Andrew Cartier listed at 6'4", 195, so pretty big catching radius there for Cartier, and Owen Turner takes advantage with a nice ball.
So the Cougars line up, 1st and 10. Some motion off the. There's a flag. I think it might have been offside. Or false start on the offense. I think I saw Ethan Lutz on the outside going a little bit too quick.
Yeah, the question always is who moved first. So I think the official is going to be speaking this one over. It looks like the signal is coming that it's the Cougars, but yeah, and it looks like they're signaling that one's going against the Cougars. Procedure call, so that's 5 yards.
So it's too bad. They really get some momentum, and then it just gets taken away off a play like that. You got to really look downfield now at 1st and 15.
Let's go defense! Take advantage!
So Owen Turner lines up. You got Ethan Lutz out wide. He looks to his right, and it's tipped at the line.
He's 15 yards back, not even looking at Cartier. 47, he's dropping 15 yards back and giving Cartier all the room in the world to catch a ball.
So Owen Turner with a little bit of time again. I think that's what really went right for them on the completed pass, and we haven't seen that too much yet, is that he had some time to look around and find an open receiver. This time he seemed like he snapped it off, and it was pressured again by this Sarnia defense, which we've seen throughout this game so far.
Well, we've also seen Turner move around in the pocket a little bit, which is which is a good design by the offense. If you're getting pressure up the middle, run some plays where your quarterback is moving outside the pocket so he gives himself a little more time to throw the ball.
Pressure again. He goes back to Andrew Cartier, who finds some room, and he's got some legs. He'll go. Just tripped up at just past the 35-yard line. That'll be about the 34. Another big play from Cartier with another great catch, and just able to find some room with some good blocking.
Yeah, and Dylan Feiss with the touchdown saving tackle there, just able to get a piece of his heels and knock his feet enough to force Cartier down to the ground, or else that was for sure a score. So nice play though, nice design, little wide receiver screen, and Cartier obviously a threat here.
So I think we found Turner's new target, but he looks to his right, and it's tipped away and knocked down. Good thing he got that off when he did. There was a defender running right up on him.
Nice play there by the defensive back to knock that one down. A couple of Cougars receivers in a similar vicinity there.
Slant, and that's when he got the first down because
No, there's a 36 out there.
Do it again, D!
There's a 36 out there.
So the Sturgeons on defense. Cougars 2nd and 10 on the 33.
Who's 36? We don't have a 36 on the sheet.
Do they have 36?
Cougars empty out the backfield.
Owen Turner looks down the field, passes up. Oh, and it's maybe tipped a little bit in 82. Curtis Rumble just couldn't get his hands on it. Yeah, that was a bit of a wobbly pass, but he almost had it, and it would have been a first down.
Yeah, not sure if Hunter Thompson-Smith, the defender on that side, got a piece of it or not. And even if he didn't touch it, that probably was enough. His hand swiping across was enough of a distraction for the receiver on that side, Rumble, that it fell incomplete. And so the Cougars going to punt this one away.
All right, so the punt is off, and just about the 5-yard line, and it bounces to just about the goal line. Sturgeons pick it up. Looking left, looking right, looking back to his left. Running down the field, and they're just managed to take him down at about the 15. So the Cougars turning the tables now on the Sturgeons and find them in their own territory.
Sarnia 16-yard line.
Pretty decent return there by Petrucci.
Yeah, he really managed to make something out of what looked like nothing again, and we've seen that a couple times now with this this Sarnia team.
Yeah, Petrucci is looks to have a little bit of wiggle to him and is a little bit elusive.
Because that was a good punting position for sure, just off the goal line like that. They would have had him in tough and tight there. So Sarnia lines up. 1st and 10 at their own 16. Snap is back. It's handed off. Down the middle again. He finds some room. And taken down at about the 25.
Number 20 made the tackle.
Yeah, didn't pull back.
Number 13.
Almost the 28-yard line.
Number 20, Dylan Buchanan on the stop.
Yeah, nice little run there from number 13 for the Sturgeons.
So time winding down in the first quarter. 50 seconds on the clock.
That was Jamie Campbell with the carry and plenty for the first down.
Snap is off. Quarterback will run it around the outside. He's got some room. He's wide and taken down. Short of the first down.
Make it to the sideline before getting stopped by number 2 Campbell.
Trying to go back inside. They just went outside.
All the way across the field on that play.
Gain of 7 on the quarterback scramble. Brings up a 2nd down and 3.
So 2nd and short. I don't know if we'll be able to get one more play off here. We got 5 seconds winding down. Doesn't manage to get the snap off in time, but we will play one more play here. All right, so handoff down the middle again, and he finds a little bit of room. It looks like it's enough for a first down. So Sarnia in tight in their own zone, but the Cougars not quite able to contain them. Sarnia first and 10 on their own 44 after the change of, or first down on their own 40, sorry, on their, the second quarter continues here.
Sarnia begin the second quarter at their own 40-yard line.
Yeah, the Sturgeons starting to pick up their run game now on offense and look to have the Cougars defense a little off guard.
Yeah, exactly. If we get...
Machiavelli takes a snap. That's something went wrong there.
Flag down for the play field. Get off.
But it won't be.
So we saw him looking downfield, but just did not look like something went off smoothly there.
And you could hear the coaching staff for the Cougars. You saw the quarterback for the Sturgeons, Machiavelli, start to tap the top of his head while he was looking to the outside to the two receivers. And immediately the Cougars coaching staff, we could hear them all the way up here in the booth yelling at the defense to watch the deep pass on that side, and that's exactly what it looked like they were going for there.
Looks like a 5-yard penalty, so it'll be first and 15 for the Sturgeons. They'll line up, take the snap. It's another handoff. Down, starts running down the outside, finds a little room. We got a flag on the play.
Oh, he's
13
still on
is
his
going,
feet.
he's going.
Go, Leclerc, go, Leclerc.
He may be able to cut him off, but it's going to be close.
Go, David.
He takes him down at the 6 or 7 yard line. But there was a flag on the field.
Yeah, this one might be coming back, and it looks like it is.
Whenever you see some guy get that much time and there's a flag on the field, you have to wonder if he had some sort of advantage.
Yeah, that's a holding call against the Sturgeons.
So that'll be another 5-yard penalty.
That's a 10.
A 10, that's a 10. Well, there we go. So first and 25. That's quite a mountain to climb now. Well, Sarnia doing a good job of putting themselves in poor field position after what was a decent first quarter. I mean, the Cougars have got to be happy about this.
Not exactly something you want to do a good job at, that's for sure.
So first and 25, on the 25. Sarnia lines up, takes the snap, hands it off again, down the middle. He finds some room as they have before. Keeps going, legs just keep churning, and he's got some room. No flags on this play, and he's going to keep going. Bounces off another tackle, and is finally taken down. But that took quite an effort at about the 35-yard line.
Bennett Vanny just running circles around defenders there, and then once they do get a hand on him, he's proving to be impossible to drag down.
So that was a big gain on that play. Just able to run down the middle as we've seen Sarnia do before. They just find some room with good blocking in the middle and able to take it down the field.
Well, you're first and 25. You think you've got an advantage as a defense, but boy, oh boy, Vanny just erased that completely and then some.
So Sarnia lines up on the other side of half now at the 35-yard line. They just take the snap back. He's got some time, looks down the field, and it's an open man. Oh! Almost a one-handed catch. I think that's number 25. Robert Graham, almost with a highlight reel pass to take that one in.
Boy, and it looked like Graham stopped running a little bit so that he could time that, and really, as a receiver, you just got to keep your feet moving and keep running and try and get under that ball. But as you mentioned, almost a highlight reel grab, one-handed, nearly had it, and it's a nice play design there. They fake the wide receiver screen, and then the deep pass is wide open. It's set up by all the wide receiver screens they've run to this point.
So another handoff down the middle. Sturgeons find a hole. 13 keeps going. Bounces down, taken down at about the 20-yard line.
24 and 25 on the stop.
Boy, that Jamie Campbell, 13, proving to be an elusive runner in between the tackles as well.
Yeah, there's some good blocking there for that offensive line for the Sturgeons. Just able to make some room for those running backs to move through. Sarnia wants to talk it over. They'll take a timeout.
Timeout, Sarnia.
Well, again, that deep pass, getting back to that deep pass that was nearly a highlight reel catch. It's a good play design by the Sturgeons because to this point we had seen them run about 4 or 5 wide receiver screens. And so what that does is that sucks the defensive backs up. They're expecting that now when they see the lineup. And as soon as that snap is taken, you'll see one receiver just flash his hands like they're going to run another wide receiver screen. And then you take the other receiver that's lined up on the same side and just run them deep. And before you know it, as a defensive back, the safety, the corner, you're not even looking deep. And that wide open pass that you just saw, I mean, typically you can fool a defense that way, no doubt. And if that pass is on the mark, it's an easy walk-in touchdown.
And one thing we've seen from Iacobelli as well is that he can throw an accurate pass down the field. Even on that play that got called back because of a penalty, it was a spiral right down to the wide receiver. The Sturgeons line up. Iacobelli takes it back. Hands it off again, 13, and he finds some more room, and he's able to avoid 3 tackles maybe before he's taken down at about the 5-yard line.
Just some nice blocking right up front, right up the middle. They run it right down the throat of the defense. Finally dragged down, as you mentioned. One of the defenders hanging on. Keeps him short of the end zone.
So 1st and goal for the Sturgeons. And the quarterback takes it himself. Iacobelli out the outside. There's a flag on the play. He found some room.
They're not pulling on their inside runs. It looked like they
We'll have to see what this is called.
but he got caught up with it.
That looks like the signal from James Clark on the far side is a hold against Sarnia.
So it'll be 1st and 19, so that'll give the defense a bit of a break here. Takes a little bit of pressure off. Still 1st and goal on the 19-yard line.
Playing free safety. Well, what you call it, Canadian. I call it free safety. Let's go, Cody! He's a good head.
So the Cougars getting some assists from the referees in some ways, able to push them back.
Go blue!
Sturgeons line up.
You got 13 in the back.
That's some motion.
Nope.
And it's a handoff to 25. Instead, he takes it down. 13 will block, and he will be taken down.
That's a nice tackle there
He
from
really wrapped him up.
Campbell Greenwich.
Robert Graham had the ball there. We saw Jamie Campbell in the backfield as well, but there's a bit of motion before the snap, and Graham ended up taking the ball instead.
He's going to bring up 2nd down and goal from Chatham-Kent 15-yard line.
So 2nd and goal to 15. Sarnia is going to have to make up some room again if they want to score a touchdown here. Oh, I don't see 13 in the backfield, so I'll look down the field for this one. Oh, they hand it off.
Number 9 on the queue.
Number 9, and he is taken down short of the goal line. Just about the 7 or 8 yard line, I think.
Good job on the initial hit by Brendan Marr to slow him up before he got some help to drag down that running back.
So no Jamie Campbell in the backfield that time, but they handed off to Bennett Vanny instead, and he is able to get about 6, but that'll be 3rd and goal from the 9.
And it looks like they're going to go for it here. Electing not to go for the field goal attempt.
So some motion again. Snaps it back, and he keeps it himself, as we've seen him want to do to stiff arm, and he's short.
Billy tries the far side of the defense again.
Able to take him out of bounds, so it'll be turnover on downs.
Just short. Looked like maybe about 2 or 3 yards short on that far side, and good job by the Cougars defense. They bend, but they don't break.
Yeah, so a tough offensive field position here for the Cougars.
Looks like Chatham-Kent will begin this drive in about the room.
Yeah, at this point, if you're on the Cougars offense, you're the offensive coaching staff, you're just looking to give yourself a little bit of breathing room and before you potentially have to punt this one away. Obviously, as you mentioned, tough position here.
Let's go, defense.
Looks like they're saying the ball officially marked on the 2-yard line.
Snap is off. Hands it off to the far side. 22 is able to make up maybe a yard or two on the play. Reese Richmond able to
95 and 91.
get a couple yards on the play.
Jake Williams and
Looks like it'll be
Kobe
3,
Lyon
so
on the side.
2nd and 7.
Gain of 3 on the play. You can bring up 2nd down and 7 at the 5-yard line.
For Lion? Oh, okay.
Cougars will line up again and
Go blue.
lots of room to Turner's right. But he looks to his left and he throws it down the field. Oh, and it's just
Intended for
almost a miscommunication of some sorts on that play. Ethan Lutz didn't look back to see that ball. It looked like he was waiting for it to go even deeper, but
Swing to Waffy behind the other 2 receivers.
as I mentioned, lots of room on the right, but he elected to go to his left down the sideline.
And he did have a man, as you mentioned, Ethan Lutz streaking down that left side. That ball, though, looked like it was thrown behind him, and not sure if Lutz got his head around in time either.
A swing to Waffy.
Either way, the Cougars going to take a knee here, give up the safety, and
Waffy should be wide open on
in exchange for field position. And obviously, that's a pretty wise decision with the ball on the 2-yard line.
2 points
Yep.
to Sarnia.
Yep, so it'll be 9-0 Sarnia. 7:46 to go in the second quarter.
And that 2 points will make the score.
So as you mentioned, take the 2 and better field position, making it more challenging.
Yeah, 2 points certainly is a pretty good trade-off for forcing Sarnia to start at their own 35-yard line. On average, from the punts that we've seen, maybe 10, 15 yards, and then Sarnia is already in field goal position at that point, so that's already a 1-point trade-off. So better to flip the field position and give up the 2 points.
So we got 13 in the backfield again. And he looks down the field. Little short pass just off the ground, and he's able to hold it in for about 4 yards.
The belly pass is complete.
Looks like a bit of a low throw there. He's grabbing it around his knees, but able to reel it in for a gain of a couple.
Campbell Grinnage on the tackle there, number 2.
Like Gary Awandir was in on the tackle as well.
So only actually made 6 yards there. We got 2nd and 4.
Bring up 2nd down and 4.
So Sarnia lines up and some motion before the snap, takes it back, looks to his left, was able to toss it up, but his hand was hit, and he still managed to catch it. That's 31 for the first down. That is Nick Snow able to make a grab on that, even though the quarterback's arm, it looked like it was hit on the play. The ball sort of popped up, but Snow still able to make the catch on the play.
Yeah, Cartier able to come up and make the tackle, but that's just one of those lucky throws. I mean, anybody could be standing in that region, just happens to be one of his teammates, and bit of a lucky completion there, but certainly Sarnia is going to take it.
So 1st and 10 on the 50. Sarnia hands it off again. Jamie Campbell able to find some room again, and before Curtis Rumble wrapped him up. Still a first down, so they're moving the chains again.
Good sure tackle there from Rumble, because I think if Rumble doesn't make that tackle, he could be gone.
13-yard gain.
We've seen Jamie Campbell so far this game. If he gets some room to go, he's gone.
You can also catch Campbell on Sportsnet with Greg Zahn. If you're a Jays fan at all, pulling double duty.
Looks good in blue. So another handoff, 24 down the middle. And they're able to find some room again down the middle of the field, and he just keeps his legs churning to about the 30-yard line.
Claire and 25.
I believe that was
10 and 25.
Bradshaw,
Sador
24.
Ketley and David Leclerc combined for the stop.
Yeah, you are right there, Matt. That was Andrew Bradshaw, and great job finishing off that run, as you mentioned. Just kept the legs churning and dragged a couple of tacklers with him, and boy, that looked like that could be offside.
Sarnia looks down the field, and oh, off his hands. Michael Petrucci just over the defender's shoulder, and Petrucci almost had to reeled it in there with about the 5-yard line.
Pretty good coverage there, too, by Sador Ketley right there. Wasn't able to get a hand up, but really good positioning right there to make a play. Don't know if he was able to spot the ball, though, before it hit the receiver's hands, but nonetheless does fall incomplete.
2nd and 10 on the 30. Hands it off. The inside, but they wrapped him up early this time. So it will be 3rd and 6 about.
24 on the carry.
Pretty good hit there that time by Brendan Bondi.
3rd and 7 officially on the
Brendan Bonney and Brendan Martin on the stop.
27-yard line.
7.
Bondi there, the linebacker, 6'2", 185.
4 minutes left in the half. Sarnia looks downfield again with another big pass, and he's able to wrap it up.
Looks like that was a catch. It
Yeah.
looks like.
Oh, officially ruled a catch on the field. Had to lay out for that one. Nick Snow again with the catch on the right side.
And this time that ball was intended for Snow.
Yeah.
The ball was around the Chatham-Kent 5-yard line.
Yeah, so Sarnia able to pull it out again.
1st and goal from the Chatham-Kent 5-yard line.
We've seen, I think you mentioned it before, Matt, Nicholas Icabelli's got a pretty good arm on him at the quarterback position.
And he's got some legs too. Looks like he'll push his way through for a touchdown. Yep. He just rolled his way around and able to will himself into the end zone.
Icabelli calls his own number. He manages a 5-yard run.
82 had him, but he couldn't hold him.
So another score for Sarnia. We've seen Iacobelli hold on to the ball a couple times now and able to find some room, and just enough room before he's able to roll himself into the end zone.
Yeah, he is a dual threat, as we've seen. They do have designed runs for him, as you mentioned. We've seen a couple of those, and
Number 9's their kicker.
he just proved it right there with that score for the Sturgeons.
Back there, so I don't know what's going on. Yeah, number 9.
So as a defense, you've got to watch both the pass and the run from Iacobelli.
Benevani back for the kick. And the kick is good.
Then a Danny point after attempt is good.
So 16-0 as we wind down this first half. 3:10 left.
Chatham-Kent will score.
Cougars will get the ball back again. We'll see if they can get some offense going before the end of this half. Really, the success we've seen from the Cougars so far is the passing game, especially when Cartier gets the ball in his hands. We'll have to see if they go back to that, or maybe try to find some room on the ground.
Yeah, it really hasn't been a lot of running room, has there? Most of the yards that we've seen from the Cougars has come in the passing game. As you mentioned, Cartier's been the key receiver, big number 21. And I'm not exaggerating when I say big. Again, 6'4", 195. So he is a big target, and he's shown that he can run too.
Oh yeah,
So-
he's shown he can catch. He's got good hands. Once he gets the ball in his hands, he can go. Like he was just wrapped up on his ankles, and otherwise it would have been a sure score. So I'd like to see them get the ball to him on offense. But see what Sarnia does here. The last time they did a short kick, almost an onside attempt. So it looks like they're lining up wide though. So expect the ball to go deep. Benevani runs up. Looking straight across, and it's off of Owen Turner. He grabs the ball. He's able to lower his shoulder into gain of a couple on the play. So 35-yard line. The Cougars will start in decent field position. After another bit of a fumble off the kick. It was a low kick, though. Didn't have too much time to think about that.
Big hit there too. At the end, Turner lowers his shoulder and Nathan Marcinoff takes the brunt of it.
You got to think he's got to take a second here to recover from a hit like that. You got to step in as quarterback right away. Talk about pulling double duty.
Yeah, line drive kick did a pretty good job at knocking it down and corralling it, so that the Cougars got some pretty good field position here, starting on their own 35.
Almost a race against the clock here with 2:40 left to go in the second quarter. Looks to his left, able to get a pass off, and he finds a bit of a hole, and he will, I think, just enough for a first down. It will be a first down at the 45-yard line. So they're moving the chains early. A nice little screen pass. We saw that from Sarnia earlier. And now the Chatham-Kent Cougars is able to replicate that success.
Yeah, Darian Wandier with the catch on that little swing pass. And the nice thing about those little short passes is that they have a high completion percentage rate. So not only do you improve your completion percentage, you're more likely to pick up yards, and it also helps your quarterback build some confidence throwing from the pocket.
So the snap is back. It's a handoff. He stumbled, though. I don't know. It looked like he hit a pothole in the field or something there. Reese Richmond just loses his footing, and a loss of 5.
I think the pressure on that left side was what caused him to hit that pothole. I think he, as soon as he really started to hit his stride, the defensive end on that far side flashed into the backfield, and I think he just didn't have anywhere to go. He looked to hit the brakes and then just crumbled to the ground. So tough position here, 2nd and long.
So Owen Turner will look down the field on this one. Looks to his left. And it's tipped, and intended for Andrew Cartier again. And he was a head above the defenders, but they were just able to leap up there and tip that ball away from him.
Yeah, that ball probably could have been thrown a little bit higher. A nice play by the defender, but a little more air under that ball maybe, and you give Cartier a chance to make that grab.
Incomplete pass results in a 3rd down and 15.
So it looks like a punting position here for the Cougars, with the ball at their own 40.
Friday night's game was 4 down.
1:48 left in the first half. Looks like they will kick it away.
35.
There's a kick for you. So number 4, and he is able to find some room. 10, 15 yards, 20 yards, 24 yards maybe. So a good kick, but a good return as well. Now that was a much better kick than we saw in the first half. He seems to have straightened that out. Had the height and the distance on that. It looked like he had enough time to get the ball straight in his hands, and just for a nice kick down the field.
Yeah, and also the wind at his back here in the second quarter as well doesn't hurt, but no doubt his best kick of the day.
Sarnia able to make some ground off that return as well, though.
He's going to talk to them, so maybe they have.
So we'll line up on defense again, see if they can close out the half with a couple good stops.
Well, it looks like we had a penalty on the play.
Yeah, that's right.
Did they actually call the ear hole?
Penalty is going against Sarnia. Just waiting for an explanation.
Yeah, not sure. We are just waiting on the call.
He's going to do it now anyway.
So
That's a block in the back. He went like this with his hand.
it looked like a hold maybe on Sarnia.
Holding call moves Sarnia back to their own 40-yard line.
So again, we've seen Sarnia with another penalty. Really just hurting themselves on offense.
Go blue!
What was the penalty? Was it?
So 1:34 left the first half.
He had his hand out flat like it was on
Okay.
That was a block in the back, not a holding call.
He had his hand out flat.
Sarnia lines up on offense, and there's motion.
They're going deep.
Tossing down the field, and he is, he caught it! Petrucci Petrucci just over the head of Shoemaker, and he is gone. Touchdown, Sarnia.
Boy, Keegan Shoemaker just couldn't get enough elevation to get that ball. Had pretty good position, but just couldn't get up high enough. And that ball just falls into Petrucci's hands, and then it's a foot race. And from what we've seen from Petrucci so far in this game, he's got some pretty good wheels.
He had inside position, like you mentioned, and just out of his reach. He couldn't tip it either. And Petrucci able to find some room, and really once that ball went past Shoemaker, Petrucci had an easy run into the end zone. Well, that'll quick play right off the bat there, off their first down. And only 1:22 left now in the first half. Sarnia with another score, and the kick is good again. Routine play, 23-0.
Point after attempt is good.
Boy, that's a tough one too. Cougars had the football, just weren't able to take enough time off the clock, and then the Sturgeons just score quickly. They strike quickly on offense that time, and with 1:22 to go here in the first half, there's certainly enough time to put a score on the board, but you'd certainly like to see the Cougars do that here before the half arrives, trailing 23-0.
And we've seen them able to find the first down a couple times, but really just not able to string together multiple plays to move the ball down the field, and we're really still waiting on one of those big plays, maybe like we've seen a couple out of Sarnia, to get some points on the board.
He did not get touched once by that wide receiver.
So it looks like Sarnia will line up. Talk this one over.
Yeah, he still should have been playing with it. There's a minute and a half left.
They'll line up out wide again, so expect them to kick this one deep again. Benavani.
Go Blue, get that ball!
So the kick is up, down the field, able to haul it in, and the Cougars have it on the outside. That's Ethan Lutz able to catch it right away and make a couple yards before he was tackled.
Yeah, good job by Lutz there to catch that ball on the fly. That's certainly not easy to do when you're running full speed up, trying to get to that ball before it hits the ground, and Lutz able to grab it, which is a nice job, and then gain a few extra yards before he's finally brought down. Again, pretty decent field position here for the Cougars on the 35 with 1:18 to go in the first half.
We've seen out of Sarnia as well. It doesn't take much time off the clock to get a score, so we'll see what the Cougars can do.
And if you're looking for a score, maybe you keep an eye on 21 here, just in front of us. Cartier lined up on the outside.
82 with the ball.
82 and tackled about a gain of 1 or 2 on the play. Curtis Rumble. He did look to his right, but a little shorter than in 2 ways, a little shorter than Andrew Cartier.
Yeah, just a little wide receiver screen there, and Cartier goes out to block for him, but pretty good pursuit from the Sarnia defense to get there and make the tackle and keep that to a short gain. Now again, a play like that could set up another where you flash out like you're going to throw a wide receiver screen again on a consecutive play, except you run Cartier deep and you hit them where they're not expecting it.
So Owen Turn takes the ball back, looks down the field, and tipped away by Petrucci, and we've seen him haul balls in already. Like,
Backside swing.
he was able to get his hand up on that ball and almost reel it in. Well, it looked like it was intended for Cartier.
Petrucci's been all over the field here so far in this first half for Sarnia.
He's a threat when he's covering on defense as well, for sure, because we know he can haul those in.
Are there multiple players wearing number 4s out there today so far?
Sure seems like it. Cougars with the snap, and he gets the kick off. Another good kick.
And that's Petrucci.
Petrucci again, he's playing all positions. He's got the ball, and he's running down the field. Makes 15, 20, 25 yards before he's knocked out. Maybe
Oh, he's still on his feet. They're
Still
saying,
on-
oh, he's
oh, the
fumbled the
ball-
ball.
and I think
oh,
the
looks
Cougars
like the
recovered.
Cougars have it back.
Yeah, the Cougars. It'll be Cougars
Ball
ball.
is out on the ground. We're waiting for the call.
Cartier on the front side.
Wow, Petrucci, it looked like he was going out of bounds and was fighting for those extra yards. And oftentimes you'll see that when a player's being held up, the next defender in will come in and target that football, try to knock it loose. Looks like that's exactly what the Cougars did, and they forced the fumble. And 22.3 seconds ago here, we'll see if maybe the Cougars try a little, perhaps some trickery to put a score up.
At the very least, a good momentum swing in favor of the Cougars. I mean, this is one good thing that they can take away going into the second half, that they were able to force a fumble like that in that kind of a position. And
No, it looks like they've called timeout. Looks like one of the teams on the field has called a timeout here.
Maybe a little player.
It's an injury timeout on the far side. Yeah, way on the far side.
You guys know who it is?
Oh, where the tackle was made. All right.
Okay, so we got an injury.
Apologies. Yeah, it's an injury. It's all the way on the far side. I'm not even sure if it's within the sidelines. It's right where that tackle was made on Petrucci.
And you can see the Cougars huddled up there, their knees down on the field, and that's where we believe the injured player must be on the field.
Yeah, okay. It's 82 over there that was down. That was
yeah.
Curtis Rumble.
Yeah.
Good to see him get up there now. Because it's not too often that you'll see a whole team leave the field for an injury, but Rumble was all the way on the far side. So it gives the Cougars and the coaching staff a chance to talk that one over with 22.3 seconds to go. We'll see what they've drawn up here.
So Sarnia, a couple of men deep, obviously trying to prevent a long pass down the field. He looks to his left, 22, and is able to stay on his feet for a couple of yards. Looks like it's close to a first down. Reese Richmond with just short of the first down. So about
Not really. The swing passes.
second and one, or almost second and inches, it looked like.
It's 47, and whoever the DB is.
Timeout for the Cougars as they pause the clock with 14 seconds left.
15 yards.
Sarnia obviously will play this one deep, trying to prevent a play down the field.
Yeah, they want to keep everything in front of them, and that's why maybe you'll see a hook and ladder where the receiver will run a shorter route, turn around, catch the ball, and then toss it to a receiver running by.
Yeah, that should work.
Hopefully catch the defense off guard maybe. Looks like the Cougars ready to go here now, huddling up. So we'll see what kind of trickery maybe the Cougars pull out here, if any.
Again, 14.6 seconds left. Time for one, maybe two plays. Owen Turner sending out the signals, barking out the calls. For motion, he just gets the ball back, looks down the field, and he will take it himself. He's got a little room, but there's a lot of blue in there.
Well, it's enough for a first down and 6.9 to go.
Turner pulls the ball down and manages to scramble
Right around the 50-yard line.
Sarnia 52-yard line.
52-yard line, and first and 10 with 6.9 seconds left.
It's too bad he wasn't in front of him.
Timeout for the Cougars again. As they,
Holds their second and
so about 7 seconds off the clock on that play. We have about 7 seconds left to go.
Yeah, that's the Cougars' last timeout that they're using right now.
The Sarnia 52-yard line.
So on the Sarnia 52.
I don't know that Owen Turner's got the arm to get the ball to the end zone from there, so we'll see what kind of a play they've got drawn up.
But again, some good signs at the end of this first half from the Cougars. Able to get a couple of consecutive first downs and even able to force that fumble and turnover. So a lot of good positives to carry away from this going into the second half. We'll see if they can add to that as well here.
Watch 21 down below us here, Cartier. Big target.
Turner looks, and he is looking that way. Goes right. There's a guy behind him. He's got to get the ball off. No, and he doesn't. And there will be, again, 0.1 seconds left, but no, the time will run out. They have no timeouts left. And Owen Turner just off the blind side there, just could not see that coming behind him. You could hear the fans around us all yelling, try to warn him that something was coming, but just not able to get the ball off in time.
It looks like the officials are just talking for a moment here.
Truck is in full gear now, waiting to satisfy your hunger down there.
What's he saying?
Yeah, they may be talking. There was
I think they're going to say that there was still a
0.1
tick on the
there was
clock,
0.1 seconds
but,
left on the clock. But, looks like
I'm not sure if they're putting it back on. The officials are talking right now, but both teams are leaving the field, so I don't see them pulling them back out here
No.
now. I think they've allowed both teams to walk off, and they're happy to say it's halftime.
the officials seem like the only ones that are interested in playing the rest of this half out. 0.1 seconds left, but I think that will just call it a half.
Yeah, looks like the the officials are walking off now. So
Yeah,
I think
so?
it's fair to say that
I
that's,
think
that's the end of the first half, and there's the official horn.
Okay, so 23-0 for the Sturgeons after the first half. Cougars with some positives to take away, obviously.
Certainly on that the final drive, the best drive of that first half that we saw from the Cougars, but certainly enough work to do in the second half. But obviously Sarnia scoring 23 in the first half, it's certainly possible to score 23 or more in the second half.
That's
so
right.
but there's no doubt the Cougars are going to have to turn their offensive fortunes around if they're going to come even close to scoring that many points. So again, we'll return second half action here. Junior varsity football OFC action. The Chatham-Kent Cougars hosting the Sarnia Sturgeons here at the Chatham-Kent Community Athletic Complex. Come back and join us here for second half action. TV Cogeco. Welcome back to junior varsity football action here on TV Cogeco. The Chatham-Kent Cougars hosting the Sarnia Sturgeons. Sarnia jumping all over the Cougars in that first half, leading 23-0. Again, Mike James here, Matt Weaverink next to me, and Jeff Brooks on the camera once again here for TV Cogeco action at the Chatham-Kent Community Athletic Complex.
So ball deep in the Cougars zone. That's 80 Ethan Lutz with the ball, and he's able to make a couple yards, but tackle at about the 25-yard line. So Sarnia kicking again. Looks like they've elected to take that other side, maybe forcing Chatham to kick into the wind again early.
Any kind of comeback's going to have to start going into the wind here in the third quarter. Looks like Lutz still trying to work out that knee. He was dragged down by one leg and still kind of flexing that. Looks like it's his left leg. He's continuing to flex, maybe just a little bit uncomfortable from the way he was tackled.
Yeah, he did look like he went down a little bit funny on that twist there, on that knee wrapped up around his legs. So Chatham-Kent will try to continue the success they ended the first half with. Ball's off. He hands it off to 35, but he's tackled quickly. Maybe for a loss of a couple.
Darian Wadier with the carry on that far side, but good job by that Sarnia defense, penetrating, holding the edge, and nowhere for Wadier to go. And brings up a second and long here for the Cougars.
That's a loss of 2 officially on the play. Ball's on the 24, second and 12. Looks like you'll be looking down the field on this one. Nobody in the backfield. Down the side. Passes off and tackled quickly again. Gain of a couple, but a third down. Ethan Lutz able to grab that ball.
the stop.
I think it's a pickup of about 5 yards there, so bring up 3rd and 7, and pretty obvious punting situation here for the Cougars. One thing to keep in the back of our minds, though, is trailing 23-0. Maybe you start thinking about a fake punt, something like that, a little bit of trickery.
Especially into the wind, we saw the lack of success in the first half in that regard. But he will kick the ball away, and it comes down about the 60-yard midfield, down to the 50-yard line, and he's got some room down the side, and there's a penalty on the play. Flags down, but like we've seen before, Petrucci just able to find some room.
There is a flag down.
I think that's going to go against Sarnia. Looks like it might be a block in the back, I believe.
And they'll call this one back.
It's on number 91.
Oh, Petrucci able to find some room again, though, on that return. Just able to swing it out wide, and this ball will come quite a ways back.
Yeah, they're going to say that was a block in the back.
10-yard block in the back penalty from the spot of the foul. Moves the ball to the Chatham-Kent 54-yard line.
So ball in the 54, 1st and 10. Sturgeon's on offense.
Oh, it looks like they're changing the play
Oh,
here.
audible there, yeah.
Yeah.
So Sarnia lines up with some motion, looks down the field. Good penetration by the defense, and they are not able to take him down yet. He still has the ball, and he's going to change the direction to the other side, and he's able to take it through a couple of defenders.
Still on his feet. Oh, no.
Zigzagging through defenders, taking him down at the 18-yard line about there. That was quite the play by Iacobelli there, calling the audible off before the snap and after the snap as well, able to hold on to it, although despite some really good pressure from the Cougars.
Yeah, Iacobelli looked like he was going down for sure for a big loss, and looked like he eluded the grasp of big 65 Chris Osborne, not once but twice in the backfield, and eventually with the big gainer, Iacobelli breaking down this defense.
Just able to zigzag across, hands it off again, and he finds some room down the middle. Jamie Campbell, I believe.
Jamie Campbell is carry.
Able to carry that down just short of a first down.
Yeah.
Like,
That's certainly, that big run by Iacobelli is certainly demoralizing. After you look like you've got him pinned deep and takes it for a big gainer like that. And certainly hard not to get down on yourself after that kind of a play, and then they come back with a nice run where they pick up 9.
so 2nd and 1, and the ball's on the 10-yard line. Hands it off again, this time to 24. Tackled, taken down early. Andrew Bradshaw with the carry. And he...
Brendan Marr on the stop.
Brendan Marr and Jacob Dodman combining for the tackle there.
It looks like they made no gain on the play. So it'll be 3rd down and 1.
Boy, how
10.
huge, sorry about that, Matt, how huge would that be here for the Cougars if they came up with a big stop and kept them short?
So 3rd and 1, the Sturgeons will go for it. Iacobelli hands it off to Jamie Campbell again. It looks like they may be able to stop him, but we'll have to see what the call is here. And it is enough for a first down, 1st and goal.
Just enough for a first down.
So Jamie Campbell just able to keep those legs churning enough to get a first down.
2-yard gain, spots the ball at the Chatham-Kent 9-yard line. First down Sarnia, 1st and goal.
So almost a really good stop there by the Cougars. But in tough now. On a motion down to the left side.
Good job there by the defense that time.
They got their number on that one. So Nick Snow on the carry on the left to the left side, but wrapped up early. Looks to be a loss of a couple yards.
Looked like that was a nice play there from Brendan Bondi, who flashed upfield and made the running back try to cut it back up inside, wouldn't let him get outside to the corner, and got him down for the loss.
So 2nd and goal, ball's on the 12-yard line. It's a motion for Sarnia, and Iacobelli will take it down the right side, and taken down short of the goal line. So 3rd down and goal.
The quarterback keeper.
Looks like it might be about the 3 or 4 yard line.
82, 80, and 2. 82, 80, and 2.
And no marker obviously down at that point, but looks like it's at about the 4 or the 5 yard line.
So Iacobelli again, not shy about taking the ball himself on the open side when he sees some room.
And they're going to go for it once again here in tight.
So the Cougars line up. And Campbell, Jamie Campbell, in for the touchdown. Just able to power his way again. We've seen him do it numerous times so far. And able once again to take it into the end zone.
That was close. The defense almost coming up big there with the stop on 3rd and 4. But Campbell just showing his desire to get into the end zone and is able to just fall forward and cross the goal line.
You can see a little bit of sprinkle, a little bit of rain coming down now. And another kick is good.
Point after attempt is good.
If they follow the hold and dive.
So that'll make it 30-0. Let's see, the extra point up there.
Well, yeah, it makes it a really easy read.
30-0 for the Sturgeons. And like a couple good stops from the Cougars on both of those drives, on that drive. Able to force a couple of 3rd downs, but just not able to finish it off. We saw a 3rd and 1 that they just couldn't hold off on, and then a 3rd and goal as well. And Sarnia just able to will themselves past the line.
Yeah, tough start here to the 3rd quarter for the Cougars. Again, the Sturgeons just coming up with big plays at key times. That time it was Iacobelli who came up with the big scramble and able to keep that drive alive, and eventually they go in for the score.
So 8 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. We got 30-0 for the Sturgeons. Cougars will return this ball. We've seen one onside kick so far, but I don't expect another one here. You see the umbrellas out. It is starting to rain a little bit now. Make the ball a little slippery. Ball gets in behind David LeClaire there, and he's able to pick it up and move it down a little bit for a return of a couple yards.
Funny too that it's raining here, because you look out from the booth here to the sky and it's actually, see a nice blue sky just out in front of us, just a little bit overcast over top, but that's exactly where the rain is coming from, just over top of us, just that little bit of an overcast sky and getting a bit of a rain.
Just enough to make the ball a little slippery out there, and the field a little slippery as well. Cool breeze coming through. So Cougars with another chance at offense. See if they can move the ball down the field. Owen Turner barking at the calls again. Looks down the field. He's got someone, and tackled quickly with it wrapped up around his ankles. That was Reese Richmond with the reception, but just wrapped up around his ankles.
That's good tackling there from number 10, Holden Matheny. Because if Matheny doesn't make that tackle, there's a little bit of space out there. A little bit of running room, but Matheny with a good sure tackle, and so far the Sturgeons have shown that their tackling is at a pretty high level.
Yeah, they're reading the plays well out here, and Cougars just aren't able to fool them with anything they're running.
Yeah, not a lot of yards after contact, either on the ground game or in the passing game for the Cougars.
So it looks to his right, and he finds a hole. He was just about to run through, but
Turner calls his own number.
Turner picked up a couple yards, but maybe get them back to third.
Danny on the stop.
Yeah, still third and long.
Not sure what the
like
whistle was for.
Just had to sort something out there. So they're going to call it 3rd and 9, which will bring out the kicking team.
Ball is at the Chatham-Kent 30-yard line. 3rd down and 7.
Ball's back, kicks up. Lots of time.
Number 10's got the ball.
Number 10, Holden Matheny picks up the ball and able to take a couple defenders and take it out of bounds at about the 48 or 49 yard line.
Yeah, tackled, forced out of bounds by Curtis Rumble.
The referee spotting at the 44-yard line of Chatham-Kent.
Sarnia will take over on offense. Again with the wind at their back, and the wind seems to be picking up a little bit. A little bit stronger breeze now.
So Holden Matheny, we saw a good tackle. Now we saw a decent return as well on that play. As the Sturgeons again in Chatham-Kent Cougars territory, spent a lot of time there this game.
That is true. Yeah, 30 points on the board, and
Yeah.
certainly Sarnia doesn't look to be letting up here at any point.
So the ball's back. He looks to his right, passes down the field. Oh, and just tipped out of his hands. Just could not hold on. Intended for Robert Graham.
Good coverage there too. 2-3 Cougars in that vicinity. I know the receiver looking for some contact.
Just a bullet pass in there, and he just couldn't hold on.
Yeah, Cabelli doing a great job firing that football in. He's we've mentioned it already. He's got a pretty strong arm.
So yeah, Cabelli steps back, looks down the field. He has somebody open. Oh, and it was, yeah, that was Michael Petrucci again.
Defended by number 20.
Well defended there by the Cougars.
Yeah, number 20 there, Dylan Buchanan on the coverage.
Able to prevent another catch down the field. We've seen Petrucci take those balls and just run it down. So good coverage on that play and able to knock it down.
Sorry, I thought you had the 50-50.
No, Hector's coming with that though.
So 39. And this one will be blown down. Flag on the play.
Play is underway.
This one might be against Sarnia.
Yeah, it looks like it will be again.
So false start against the Sturgeons, and
So
it looks like they're substituting there. It looks like they might actually punt this one away.
yeah, now that they're 3rd and 15, they might change strategy here and just try to get the ball in deep with a punt instead.
5-yard penalties comes back.
Oh yeah, Cabelli is still on the field. I know he doesn't necessarily mean he's taking the ball, but
Now for this next play, we will announce the 50-50 winning number, drawn by a Sarnia person.
Fan.
it looks like Bennett Vanny will be
Fan, man.
in the backfield there taking the snap.
Yeah, they are lining up to punt this one. Again, it doesn't mean that they won't fake it. Despite being up 30-0, sometimes teams will use this as an opportunity to practice plays, but and
good
they will
deep
indeed punt
kick.
it.
That'll bounce over the line.
Oh, no.
Able to get out of his own zone, though. And he
fumble.
fumbles it,
The
and
football out of his own end zone.
it looks like
Boy, did the
a
Cougars
lot
get back
happened
on
that
that?
play.
Wow, I think the Cougars were able to jump on that one.
We do have a flag down.
And it looks like we have an injury as well.
Yeah.
So there's a whole host
Ball's
of
coming back. The referee's taking this ball way back.
Players hurt, please.
We've got an injured player there.
Injured Cougar in the backfield.
Trying to get a number here. Can't quite tell what it is. Looks like it might be
initial call is going
a
against Sarnia.
35.
10-yard penalty. It'll be.
That might be Darren Wadier. Nope.
It's Leclerc, sorry. Number 2, David Leclerc, sorry.
Illegal
That's
substitution penalty. That's
just hearing it's David Leclerc that's hurt.
We do have an injury timeout on the
It was
field.
an illegal substitution. So that'll be, that's a 10-yard penalty. That'll bring it way back. So 3rd and 25.
Draw.
So after a good deep kick by Sarnia, they'll have to do it all over again.
2-9-1.
Rain coming down a little harder now than it was earlier, and looking for some miserable conditions out there on the field.
$76 in prize money.
Yeah, all the umbrellas are out now in the stands. Earlier it was almost like it was a bit of a refreshing sprinkle, but now it's gotten to the point where everybody's got their umbrella out.
Doing some sweaters out there too. You can tell the wind is a little bit brisk and cold on this July afternoon.
Yeah, hard to believe it is July the 12th.
Still, the ball came back off a penalty. 3rd and 25. Sarnia at their own 51-yard line.
Nice. All right, nice to see David Clare walk off under his own power there.
Want to read it again? Or?
Still got another chance to Cougars with some better field position. See if Sarnia can have another decent kick. Snaps back, kick is off, and it's down the field again. Able to pick it up. That's Owen Turner, able to get it down the field for a couple of yards, maybe 10 yards.
Robert Graham on the spot.
So Owen Turner taking the ball, and well, the Cougars in a better position now than they were before after that penalty. So they gotta be happy about where they are compared to where they would have been.
Looks like Chatham-Kent begin this drive at their own 29-yard line.
Thank you very much. Good job. Nope.
He's having a good year. He is having a good year.
1st and 10 for the Cougars at their own 29.
Collins out of high school. Too bad. Okay, you ready to go back down?
Thanks.
Thank you.
Owen Turner directing his receivers, nobody in the backfield. So he'll look down the field and he will take the ball himself. He'll throw it though. The 27 who catches it. Oh, here we go. And he's going.
Oh, and he's gone.
He's going.
Can he outrun
Ty
the defenders?
Brown.
He might
Ty
get caught
Brown.
from behind.
Ty Brown.
Oh, Ty Brown showing some good wheels
Ty
there.
Brown. That was, there's a bright light for the Cougars. So just taken down short of the goal line. Owen Turner with a bit of a scramble play finds Ty Brown, who runs it down the field. And 75-yard pass completion.
From Owen Turner.
And that's what we've been looking for this whole game. Now it finally turned up. Ty Brown is the hero of that play. That was
Tracking down.
able to find some field position down there. Sarnia just able to wrap him up short of the goal line.
Ty Brown, his first reception of this football game, but certainly a big one. Gives that offense a nice spark.
1st and goal, so now the Cougars in a threatening position. So Owen Turner. A couple people back there. Around, looks to his right, rolls to his right, and he slips a little, and the ball's up, and intercepted, and taken down, I believe. Yeah, was that Michael Petrucci?
It was.
Michael Petrucci with the interception, and wow, that hurts. Owen Turner with just so much pressure on him. Not able to get that ball off before he was hit, and the ball just popped up, and an easy interception for Michael Petrucci, who returns the ball. Wow, that one hurts for the Cougars.
Yeah, certainly not what you wanted to see. You know, Owen Turner was clearly in some trouble. He slipped a little bit and unfortunately just threw the ball up for grabs off his back foot, and that spelled trouble.
Just one play after that Ty Brown reception, which almost took them to the end zone. Cougars coming up with some good defense here, though. On 1st and 10, they managed to take him down. So for about a no gain, I would say.
Good pressure there into the backfield was Jacob Dodman for the Cougars. Big 64, 6 feet 210.
You got to think the Cougars need a defensive stop here in order to turn the tides again after that interception. 30 seconds left as the clock winds down in the third quarter. 2nd and 11. Looks down the field, pass it, and he's open, and he's able to catch it. Swats away one defender, and maybe out to outrun everybody. He's got wheels, this kid. All the way down. Nick Snow with the reception, swats away one defender, and just beats the rest of them. So after a good stop on 1st down, Cougars just not able to replicate that success, and with 9.2 seconds left, it'll be 36, maybe 37 after the point.
Boy, that's a tough one to swallow for the Cougars. The defender was out there to make a play, just not able to make it happen, and then Snow showing you he is likely a track athlete because he was absolutely gone down the far sideline.
A couple of shoulder checks, but I think he knew he was gone by the time he made it all the way down there. So another point after attempt. And it's good. So Sturgeons lead 37-0. 9.2 seconds left in the third quarter.
And boy, Snow just hurting that Cougars defense. It seems to have been big play after big play here for the Sturgeons in this football game. Whether it be a snap over the head on a punt attempt that they're somehow able to turn into a 1st down. That seems to me when it all started back in the first quarter, or a 1st and 25 where that turned into a scramble by Iacobelli, who was able to turn it into a big gainer and get a 1st down. It just plays like that just continue to mount here, and credit to the Sturgeons. They've made the plays when they've needed to, and it's been a tough go here for the Cougars.
And it's just almost like the Cougars just a second too late on a couple of those defensive plays as well, trying to block off Petrucci, who's been coming up big for the Sturgeons. Receptions off of whether it's a return off a kick or whether he's catching on defense for an interception. He's been pretty good for the Sturgeons this game.
Yeah, pretty good is certainly an understatement. Yeah.
Kick is off, and it's deep. Number 2, it's Campbell Greenidge with the return, and wrapped up.
Nice catch by Greenidge too.
That's a 35
on that line drive kick.
That was a line drive. You're right. That's a tough one to catch when it's coming straight at you like that. Able to get to about the 35-yard line. So the Cougars look to bounce back again. 1.3 seconds left in this quarter. And then they'll get the wind on their side.
Chatham-Kent to begin this drive at their own 35-yard line.
So, one last play before they switch it up. Yeah, despite penalties, the Cougars really haven't been able to capitalize on those opportunities that Sarnia has been presenting to them.
And you know, I can think of a couple of plays as well where the Cougars were on the verge of scoring. That big play that on the last drive where just about made it to the end zone was caught from behind. And then if you remember, Cartier just had his heel nicked where he fell, and it was nothing but green space in front of him. So Cougars have come close to scoring, but just haven't been able to cross the plane just yet.
Keeping it for himself. Gain of a couple yards, maybe 4 yards.
Owen Turner calls his own number.
And we'll switch it up.
That'll bring us to the end of the third quarter.
Yeah, that is the end of the third quarter.
2nd and 6. So the Cougars will turn around.
Well, we're just hearing from the official, the fourth quarter, they're going to go with a running clock. So no matter what, the clock will not stop, except for an injury. And that is basically because of the one-sided score that you're seeing on the scoreboard. There's no point in adding insult to injury, and it's good that everybody's aware of that, because the coaches do have to agree on that.
We'll see if the Cougars can pull something out here. At least one score would, feel good for the Cougars at this point after missing out, like you mentioned, on a couple of really close opportunities. So they'll talk it over and they'll line up at the 39-yard line. A little bit of confusion on the Cougars side.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say too as well. It looked like there's some confusion. You could hear the coaching staff for the Cougars yelling out orders here.
So Owen Turner giving eyes a couple times over to Andrew Cartier over here. And he will look to that side, and it is to Cartier, who catches the ball, knocks the defender off, and able to hold on to it. And for a first down. First down just past the 46-yard line.
What a catch by Cartier in traffic with two defenders, and was hit right at the same time where he caught the ball, and then he comes up a little bit gimpy. Looks like he's favoring that right ankle.
Might just be able to walk this off, hopefully.
Yeah,
you
might have just been stepped on. Or.
But yeah, he when he caught that ball, that defender bounced off of him like he was made of rubber. I mean, he really knocked him down. You can see Turner looking over in this direction now.
An impressive grab there from Cartier in traffic.
And able to hold on for a first down, so. And he'll look down to him again. And Cartier, oh no!
Just out of the reach of Cartier.
Just out of reach, which is, it's got to be high if it's out of his reach in this.
I almost would have said there was contact before the ball got there, but that ball was a little bit high, perhaps uncatchable there.
Yeah, that's right.
47-yard line.
So second down, 2nd and 10, 47-yard line. Umbrella's going away now, so it's clearing up a little bit.
It's funny, this guy doesn't look any different whatsoever.
If we were a few kilometers down that way, I think we'd have a bright and sunny game the whole afternoon.
Looks like Sarnia coming with the blitz here.
Another pass down inside, and he's pushed back. And that'll be a gain of about 4 yards.
Look at Cartier's down.
Oh, yeah, Cartier's taking a knee now. I think that ankle is still bothering him, it looked like.
Yeah, we saw him before the last play limping a little bit, and looks like it must have aggravated that even more on this last play. That's a big blow for the Cougars, that's for sure. One bright spot on their team so far. So you get looked after, and Chatham-Kent's offense will have a little bit extra time to talk things over.
You know, we mentioned ankle, but it looks like actually where the trainer is working right now is in the area of the knee, or
Just above, yeah.
Yeah, in that upper thigh area.
Of course, that big hit on that catch that he made. Probably likely still bother him. Looks like he's able to walk off. Round of applause, and doesn't look like he'll be out for this play, but hopefully back soon.
But I gotta say though, from what we've seen from Cartier, that's a player you going to want to keep your eye on. I don't know how much football experience he's got, but from what we've seen here today, when the ball is thrown in his area, he's pretty sure-handed, whether it be in traffic or not. And then he's shown that he can run also a little bit too. We saw him turn some plays upfield, so be interested to watch Cartier and his progression.
Definitely, he's got the size, the 6'4", like 195 or so you were mentioning, and yeah, like you said, he can bounce defenders off of him and able to break a couple tackles, so he's definitely a guy to watch. Right now he's just watching from the sidelines. Down the field, Owen Turner, a big bomb, and no, it's incomplete.
Pass intended for Ty Brown.
Yeah, intended for Ty Brown there,
So,
down the
turnover.
left side.
Turnover on downs, though, it's third down, so Sarnia will take over at Chatham-Kent's 52-yard line.
Will be turned over on down.
Ty Brown had the biggest play on offense for the Cougars.
Yeah.
Took it down to the 9-yard line, had a 75-yard catch and run.
That was one of the bright spots for sure for this Cougars offense. So Sarnia will take the ball now, and so 11 and a half minutes left in the game. First and 10 at Chatham-Kent's 52. Yakabelli still in the game. Passing down the sidelines. Holden Matheny. And he's able to take it down to about the 20. Holden Matheny with the reception. Holden Matheny with the reception there. A little bit of a scuffle on the sidelines. A little more action off the field than on right now, but we'll get that sorted out. Still big reception for the Sturgeons again as they move the ball down the field. Holden Matheny with the catch. Brings it down to the 24-yard line. First and 10. To the outside this time. Petrucci again on the outside. And he'll take it for a couple of yards.
I guess I'd say I was surprised that Petrucci's still in the game, but if you look over at the sidelines to Sarnia's bench, they don't have a lot of extra players over there. So
no, you're right. You're right about that.
You don't know how many players could sub into his position given the score on the field right now.
So 2nd and 2, ball's on the 15. Sarnia with the ball. Deep in Chatham-Kent territory. Petrucci lining up wide on this side. Yakabelli steps back and he does look to his left and he is holding the ball and taken down.
Wow, chased down by big number 64. Great job by Jacob Dodman showing some wheels for the big man.
Yeah, we've seen Yakabelli hold that ball and run before, but not able to find a receiver down the field, so he started taking it himself, but defense comes up big with a big stop on 2nd down, which will bring up 3rd and 3 at the 15 or 16-yard line. Well, Sarnia still looking to complete this. Here we go, Yakabelli looks down the field, and he's going to burst through the middle for a couple yards. And he's able to get the first down. So it'll be 1st and goal.
But he is able to gain a first down.
1st and goal off the scramble, just able to run up the middle. We've seen some success there from Sarnia, able to make it through the middle. Well, first and goal at the 8-yard line.
8-yard line.
Just over 8 minutes left in the game. Sarnia will line up. Sarnia will line up and try to score another one. It's,
Oh, look at 13.
Yakubeli.
So I don't trust that 13.
Yakubeli looks back, looks down the field, and is knocked down early by Brendan Marr, number 3.
Yeah, nice
He, emphatically knocked that one down.
Nice job by Marr playing center field basically, and just able to knock that down, thrown right at his mitts.
Well, second and goal at the 8-yard line. Couple of guys in the backfield for Sarnia. They will hand it off.
No, that's 24.
The 24, Andrew Bradshaw,
Andy Bradshaw on the carry.
able to pick up a couple yards.
Number 3, number 20, number...
That'll bring up third down and goal.
Brendan Marr and Dylan Buchanan on the stop. Gonna bring
Oh,
up third
you can hear Sarnia yelling field goal. Looks like the Sturgeons are going to settle for the 3-point attempt.
No, that's Green, Coach Green and Sal.
As you mentioned, the Sturgeons expected a kick here
Another guy with Cougar coat.
on third down and goal on the 3-yard line.
Number 9, goal.
So Bennett Vanny in the backfield. Holds the snap, and it's good. Another 3 points will make it 40-0.
It's good.
And Chatham-Kent will get the ball back, down 40-0 late in this game.
And the Sturgeons going to kick this one off here. The official signaling.
Not too much hustle in this game anymore. You don't really see the guys running on and off the field. Not too much enthusiasm at this point.
Yeah, it's tough sledding. There's no doubt about that. Trailing 40-0.
As you mentioned, running clock as well, so the clock will keep winding down.
Not an easy situation
No.
by any means.
We'll see if the Cougars can salvage something out of this.
At least you get to still be part of it.
I'd like to see them get deep again and at least get one score, hopefully, in this game.
Yeah, you
Put some points on the board.
Yeah, that's just it. You hate to leave that goose egg up there and give the kids something to feel good about.
Of course, if you're Sarnia, just limiting that to a 0 is going to
Right, so
be an accomplishment for them at this point too.
Crouching down, catching my daughters for too many years.
So 4.5 minutes to go in this game. Sarnia lines up against the wind. Kicks it low and to the right.
41 going for it.
Skylar Sutar, and he picks it up and drops it, and Sarnia defenders all over him now at this point, and he'll be taken down.
Skylar Sakar on the return.
Yeah, Skylar Sakar just could not
The ball was going to roll out of bounds, but no luck on the play.
pick it up, and that'll be deep in Chatham-Kent territory again.
Yeah, and that's a live football. That on a kickoff, once that ball goes 10 yards, it's live. So
Chatham-Kent to begin this drive at their own 10-yard line.
he's got to make sure he gets right on it right away and makes a decision as a kick returner. You don't have a lot of time. That ball is live. You got to scoop it up and pick what way you're going to go and run recklessly in whatever direction you choose, because certainly being a kick returner is not an easy job. You've got 12 individuals hunting you down, so you've really got to kind of run with some reckless abandon and try to make something happen.
Definitely. Owen Turner with the ball, looks down the field, and it's a long spiral. Oh, just over the head of Darian Wadier. Just past him. Oh. Another case where it was just out of his reach. He would have been gone. A nice spiral down the field, though. That was one of the better throws we've seen out of Owen Turner this game.
Brings up second down and 10.
So 2nd and 10. Turner, couple backs beside him. They move up. It's gonna be he's gonna look down the field on this one, and he looks to his left and is taken down right about the goal line. That'll be a loss of a couple. Loss of a couple yards on that play. As we almost hit 2 minutes. Ball on the 5-yard line, 3rd and 15 for the Cougars.
We've got a timeout being called by the Cougars now. With 1:57 to go.
Chatham-Kent has called timeout.
So we want to talk it over and see if they can pull something out. They might be switching players on the field, actually. I'm not sure. Might bring their punting team out. A couple players moving around. So just a quick timeout, I think, so they can make a substitution. Looks like they will be lining up for it still to go for it on 3rd down and 15. 1:40 left. Owen Turner gets the ball, and he will kick it down the field.
Wow, nice kick
with
there,
a
too.
Nice kick from Turner. That was
and a great bounce.
A 55-yard punt.
Oh,
he
wow.
slipped,
Phenomenal play.
Ends up being a 60-yard punt.
Wow.
From the quarterback.
Impressive. With a pretty good brisk breeze at his back, but nonetheless,
that was
still a very good kick.
That was very good, yeah, to clear it out from that position as well. But he was didn't look like he was lined up deep at all like that. He was lined up for a throw and ended up using his foot instead, but got it way down. So Sarnia will get the ball, and there's just over 50 seconds left in this game. I think maybe one play or just take a knee, I'm not sure. Might have to run one play before time runs out.
I think I like your idea of taking a knee here with the running clock. Seems fitting.
And that'll do it. 30 seconds left. Loss of a yard, but I
don't think they're too worried about that yard.
I don't think so. Looks like it'll be 40-0 for the Sturgeons on the road here in Chatham. As time winds down.
Yeah, certainly Sarnia fans not going to be leaving disappointed, and even happier that it's a nice short drive home.
Well worth the trip out here for Sarnia fans to watch that game. Dominance on both sides of the ball for Sarnia. Their defense coming up big with an interception and definitely a number of forced stops, and then also some just deep passes and able to penetrate down the middle. They really had control of this field the whole game.
Yeah, Sarnia just a complete effort. Cougars had some big plays, but just couldn't make that big play to get into the end zone. They certainly had their opportunities, and then on the flip side, as we mentioned, the Sarnia Sturgeons took advantage of the plays, the opportunities that they had, and pretty dominating performance in the end with the 40-0 victory.
And not much else to say.
Yeah, there's really not too much else to say.
They took the score down already. I think everybody's going to be clearing out of here pretty quick.
Yeah, that's right. So, unfortunately, a tough one for the Cougars here, and Sarnia with the victory, ending up with a 40-0 win over the Chatham-Kent Cougars here at the Chatham-Kent Community Athletic Complex. On behalf of Matt Weaverink and Jeff Brooks on the camera, I'm Mike James. Thanks again for tuning in to TV Cogeco and Chatham-Kent Cougars Junior Varsity Football. Have yourself a great day.